Welcome to Lord Thunder Monkey channel.
Hey folks, Lord Thunder Mike back here again with you. We are doing another mod inspection, and one quite frankly I'm very excited about, primarily for the truck that you see dead ahead. Got the Chevy C70 and also this side dressing bar that we're going to be taking a look at for the game. The main reason that I like to do these is for you guys to take a look, see what it is that there is available in the game that modders have produced for us. Now, the modders do such a great job adding additional content to the game. I always love getting this out in front of everybody. Now, the thing that we got to keep in mind is that modders aren't perfect, and they do a heck of a lot of hours on these individual units. I am not a modder. I can tinker. I can shift it, change it, make it different, but I sure as heck can't start from scratch and build anything like this or even convert mods. So always a big shout out to the modders. Thank you guys very much. On the flip side, I am going to be very critical of what I see in these mods and these models, just so that when we're looking at it, if we have a certain type of gameplay we're trying to do, or we're running a series and we're putting out videos and we want things to look a certain way, everybody knows what it is they're getting into. So with that being said, thanks guys for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to share this with your friends, and let's take a look at these units in the shop. We shall see, and I'm sure you noticed I've got some other things sitting there as well. Here's the Chevy C70 Grain Truck. It is $8,500. It's got a massive 200 horsepower engine. Looks like it may have been a convert job because either the same stats, or maybe they just stole the stats from the one from FS17. It will hold anything you want to stuff in there, which is great because I like to use mine for all kinds of stuff. It just is a great small time farm type sort of thing. It's what I grew up around. You have color changeable. You can mess with this about all you want. You can change the cab. That is one god-awful looking truck, I must say, but you can do it. You can also, if you look at the back side here, you can add mud flaps. Very cool. If you look real close, we have got, looks to be some very nice detail underneath. The other item we're looking at, you'll find under your, here we are, prop protection. I've got some other things, so ignore those, but is the JHHG Moddings ORTHMAN, I believe, ORTHMAN 3LP. This guy looks pretty cool. It comes standard or with a back hitch. So if you don't have a tractor that has tanks that attach to it, you can pull something behind it if you've got a trailer that you've got that will take fertilizer, because it does require that. It does not fertilize all on its own. But it's $20,250 to get it with the hitch and everything. I've got some anhydrous ammonia tanks that I plan on putting behind it eventually, doing some different things. Runs at 10 meters. You're going to need about 120 horsepower to pull this guy and do stuff with it. Probably more if you're doing hills and hauling a tank behind you with weight. So let's go ahead and take a look at these up close and personal. We'll start with the ORTHMAN here, and it looks real nice from the get-go. And you got the cutters and the injection and the hoses coming down right behind them where you'd expect it. Nice looking hitch here. I'm trying to figure out, the colors are changed on that just a little bit. You've even got the attachments where the hoses go in right there, and I'd be curious to see, as I don't have one that's got hoses, but curious to see if the hose is attached there. You get your pressure gauge and everything else. Very cool. Your warning slow moving vehicle sign. Overall nice unit. We'll open that up in a minute. As far as the Chevy C70 truck, it's got your rear pinto hitch, which is nice. You have very good looking reflectors, or not reflectors, but tail lights, brake lights. The underneath of the truck, the suspension looks great, except for the differential. If we really want to get technical, staring at the differential, that's not right. But yes, like I said, I am nitpicking. I'm going to love this truck. I'm telling you that right now. Let's get in the cab and let's take a look and see what we got inside. It is nasty. And by that, I mean it's a good thing. This is what this truck would look like. Very boring, very plain, very... Ugh. Steering wheel looks good. Excellent. And then let's go ahead and fire this up. I like the sound. accelerates nicely. We're gonna... I don't have access to this land, so I cannot open it and dump it. That is just ridiculous. Let's take it over here real quick. Do I own this land? Nope, don't own this land either. God, I hate this. It's the only thing that drives me nuts about Farm Simulator. You can't... that's... I don't have anything in there to dump. I'm gonna pop the engine. You can hear those RPMs. I am going to pop this thing like nobody's business. Ooh, pig farm. You can tell I use this for a lot of different things. There we go. It takes it a while. I hit Control I, and it took it a while to start getting going, but it got going. The hydraulic looks good. The hydraulic just flipped over mid unload. Did you see that? That was not just me. But the rest of the suspension and see that if you really want to get nitpicky, if you're really gonna be, that should rotate. There should be some joints there. But like I said, we're nitpicking over the drive axle on a farming game. How often do you go, hey, gee, folks, today we're going to do some, wait a minute, what's wrong with my drive axle? Right, you're not going to do that. That'd be ridiculous. So let's put this down. I want to see if that hydraulic flips again. Yep, flips halfway through. That's so weird. Why does it do that? I'm never going to notice that again. But just one of those things that I'm checking out. So headlights look nice. Blinkies. Oh, I love the blinkers. Look at that. That's beautiful. Yeah, good stuff. Oof. Kind of took that a little rough, didn't I? Left and right. Turn off the headlight. We'll run back to the shop here. I want to see how this feels. And not just that it feels, but how it does. So one thing I could never get right on the one in FS17 is that the fill plane was always awkward and looked weird, and you couldn't actually stick things in it. I'll take this. First we're going to check out. Beautiful, look at that. That's a beautiful fill plane. There's no collision on the sides, so it acts just like the one did in 17, where you can go right through the sides, but that's how you got the grain bed to work, and I don't quite follow that. Is what it is. You can go right through them. But the fill plane looks a heck of a lot better. I would like to use it for multiple purposes, to be able to haul stuff around in it. I took some collisions and readjusted the old one. I do like the textures on this. So yeah, you can work on this and make it different. But realistically, you're working on it as a grain truck. Oh yeah, that's right. I can't do that. Secondly, and most importantly, well, maybe not really, is this guy. Now, I said you need tanks. The Kuhn tank here, this front tank, you can attach to a 3-point on the front of your tractor. Comes stock with the game, so it's not like you're stuck without a tank. That works as well. I went with the saddle tanks on this beastie because I could. Ultimately, you can do whatever you like. We're going to take this up the hill. We're going to do some work with it. Going to make sure it fertilizes. This is also a mod you can find out here. This is the 9R that came out in an American version and a EU version, European version. Came with the saddle tanks as well. Unfortunately, I do not have the link for that right offhand. Get on up here to that open spot. Actually, let's go over here. I think this may already be fertilized. But that's okay. Watch this open up. The one thing it doesn't have that I'm noticing now, there aren't hydraulics that actually open this up. Key and I will pick up on that. Those of us who are just out here playing the game, we can kind of miss that part. It's still a pretty cool mod. It's a nice stretch. we're going to, oh God, really? Autosave's on. Somebody remind me to turn that off, right? As if you care. Um, let's go. Let's take a look at the map here. Turn this off, this off, this off. We are there. Yes, we are fertilized back here. We're not fertilized down there, but that is not harvested. Oh, that's strange. I want to take a look at this. Someplace where we don't have fertilizer spread already. So we're going to run this down the road here. Hopefully we don't plow in anything. It rocks and rolls on the outsides, kind of like it, you know, it's loose, which probably, if you were doing this in real life, driving this poor thing like this, wouldn't be too far off. Oh, I forgot. May have done a little terraforming over here. You can tell this particular game save map has had some abuse. All right, perfect. Drop it in the ground. I have hit, let's see, B to turn them on. Maybe a problem with the tank, maybe a problem with the... Bolt sprayer. Ah, there we go. Got to turn on the sprayer. There we go. Look at that. That is very nice. Kind of takes out some of the texture that's there, but leaves a lot of it behind. So if you're doing some different things, makes it look realistic. Doesn't take out the weeds. It really wouldn't. Probably get gunked up by the weeds more than anything. See if we lose fertilizer once we pull out of the ground. Yep, that's accurate. Still, oh. There's one thing. It still fertilizes. In fact, it fertilizes much differently up in the air than it does in the ground. You can still fertilize though. But yeah, overall, real nice unit. Love the tire dirt. Really like it. Gonna be using it, that's for sure. Again, trail hitch. Totally something that I think you guys should check out. So check out both these. These are both two of my favorites. Very awesome mods. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share this with your friends. But for today, I'm Lord Thunder Monkey. We'll see you guys next time.